Yes. So, thank you again for joining us here.
Donating for the,
for these extra content.
yeah,
We
on the Patreon.
we came back from our last podcast, our last episode.
Episode 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we talked about. I think time travel was the main premise. It kind of got a little wacky. We started talking about boat flies and pussy
Got a lot
juice
of
flavored
tangents.
Doritos.
That's what we do here, though.
I mean, but would I eat a pussy juice flavored Dorito?
Who cares? Let's go back to the time.
Okay,
travel.
so yeah, this episode we're gonna lay it out. We're gonna probably bring up this whole time travel business again. We're also gonna stay tuned for the last half of this, where we're gonna tell a nifty little story about time travel, and that'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I hope time travel becomes a thing that happens. We want to see the future. I want to see the future and the past.
That'd be nice. See what's happening. See what's happening over there.
Do you ever hear? There's a story of a guy, and I think I saw this once on Robin Big, where it was a dude that
Oh,
claimed to have created a time machine,
yeah.
and it was just some crazy circuit board with like random lights and buttons.
Uh-huh.
And
Crazy
you had to,
contraption.
right, and you had to like
You have to hold some like things.
you had to hold
in
some
your hand.
electric rods, and then like put on some kind of weird helmet, and like I don't know, it didn't work for them, but
They smashed it at the end of the episode
Right.
because it didn't work.
but imagine like what if it did?
What if it was just like,
That'd be
and you
cool.
went to the future? It would be
Yeah.
cool, but would it ruin the surprise of life?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be dead before you
It's like
get
spoilers.
Yeah.
You're
But I mean,
spoiling
if you're
your-
never gonna see the movie, is it really a spoiler?
Could you imagine of somebody worse than a person who consistently spoils things for you?
My dad.
Oh, yeah.
Your dad always does
He
that.
always beats me
Oh,
okay.
well, yeah, we're really getting
Okay.
personal on this episode.
and always spoils movies while he's beating me.
Oh, that's definitely the worst then.
That sucked. Like they always say, like, oh, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it gets pretty crazy. Like, oh,
That's a spoiler.
That's a
They
big
never
spoiler.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just know that there's a twist. Like,
Okay.
okay.
Thanks. No way. There's a
Because
twist.
you could fill in
You can film
your,
the
your story
gaps.
yourself. Like you kind of already know what the
Like,
hell
you-
they're hinting at.
You watched one trailer, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, so it's gonna be the opposite of that trailer. Like
You ever
the
watch a
ending.
movie without watching the trailer?
That's the best.
I wish.
tried to, I
I've
tried
never
to,
done that.
I try to do that all the time.
Isn't it crazy how you can't? And I feel like it would be great to do that.
Because you're so excited about seeing it. It's just like, you're like, yes, I can't wait. And you just watch this trailer and you're like, I've seen so much of this movie already through this one
Right.
trailer.
They ruin everything.
Yeah. Because then what ends up happening is I go to the movie and I see the part that I saw in the trailer and I'm like, well,
Well, yeah, if it's supposed to be like a
I wonder
funny,
what's
if it's supposed to be like a
happening.
funny movie,
yeah.
like it's no longer funny because you already heard the joke. So
Yeah,
it's like
Like 6 times in their
okay,
trailers.
Yeah.
But,
As
I
long as
think,
they buy the ticket.
The best way, if you can, is to just avoid it. But I mean, sometimes you'll just be watching TV, and you're like, "Oh, what is this trailer about?" Oh, it's the movie I'm gonna watch. Like it
Yeah.
just ruins it, and like
I
halfway
think
through the trailer.
sometimes I even like to just like, if I know there's a movie I'm probably not ever going to see in my lifetime, I'll just go ahead and read about it and just read the plot and see what's going on.
Is there a place where you
Like,
can
for
even do
example,
that?
like, I don't know, like Zootopia. Like, I think there was a CinemaSins on Zootopia.
Cinnamon Sins?
CinemaSins?
Is that a website?
It's a YouTube channel. And
Oh.
I'm not plugging the guy. But if you're going to watch it, he's got, it's like he's just reviewing movies. And
Okay.
like it goes through from start to finish of the whole movie, and I'm not gonna go watch Zootopia.
I'm definitely not watching
I couldn't
Zootopia,
give
I'm
two
sorry.
shits, but I was like, I'll see what it's about.
Oh, well,
Maybe
clearly
it's a
you
good
care
movie.
enough
I
because
was like,
you're
well,
watching.
maybe
it.
it's a good movie,
I mean,
Could
you're not
be.
gonna watch that guy's.
and it turned out to be
version of it.
shit. There's too many things wrong with the movie.
Well,
It was-
probably.
He critiqued
It
the
also
shit out
it
of
also
it.
got sued for.
Did it? It got sued.
Pretty sure it got sued for like copyright or something. They like stole the idea from another.
Did they?
I don't know,
Oh.
maybe not.
Wow.
Oh, really? Like Jumanji?
I think I hate children's zoo movies in general.
What can
that's
you
so
do
annoying.
with it? Like Madagascar?
Madagascar, and then what's the one? Madagascar 2.
What's the other one?
Dude, what's the
Madagascar
other one?
3.
Madagascar 3.
The penguin one with the Madagascar people?
Madagascar penguins.
It's not that bad of a movie.
I mean, as
the
a
spin-off about the stingray.
It's not really a zoo-centric movie,
About,
though.
like,
They
Finding
kind of
Nemo.
leave the
Yeah,
zoo.
Finding Nemo.
You don't like that movie?
I mean, it was good, but don't give me a second Finding Nemo. I
Too
don't
bad
care.
you did. too bad we
Right.
got the Finding Dory.
And wasn't that not as good?
I don't know, dude. I
I'm
didn't
pretty sure
watch
it was
it.
still successful.
But I'm talking about the ones with the dancing animals and like
Dancing
I
Animals.
don't know. You know.
Oh, the like Sing.
Yeah,
Sing It or something?
That one.
Yeah.
What?
I hated that.
I didn't watch that one.
What are we
so I don't
talking
know.
about?
You never saw it? It's like a gorilla that could sing.
It's like a porcupine, I think. Isn't that like
talking
the
about
main
porcupines?
character? And she's like, she sings. or
Oh,
something like
yeah,
And a
yeah,
pig.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Someone
not
with a pig.
watching that, yo.
that. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'm not watching
Voiced
that.
by like Demi Lovato or something like
Probably. It's always those type of people
Right.
doing it.
Like Zac Efron.
Shouts out to Demi Lovato, though. If you want
I-
to come on the
that.
podcast,
Demi
that's
Lovato.
great.
The things that I would do to you if you're
Oh.
listening.
Oh,
to this podcast.
Jesus.
Don't come on our
God,
podcast.
Demi Lovato, on second thought, don't come on the
If
podcast.
I ever saw you bend
You
over
please
and touch
don't
your
do-
toes,
Okay.
my goodness, I'd come up
This is
real fast on you.
Extremely rapey.
We don't condone that. Just ignore him.
Dylan just gets hot and bothered sometimes.
She's a good-looking girl. Who wouldn't? You know?
As long as it's like, as long as she
Consensual.
allows it.
It's all about consensual sex here
Okay.
at Los Amigos studio.
Except you, Demi Lovato.
No.
No,
not except for Demi
there's
Lovato.
no
If
exceptions.
you're listening right now, I'd take a wet finger.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
Okay,
All right. Anyway,
so-
so zoo movies are the worst.
Yeah. No, they're trash. Any Amy Schumer movie is trash.
Like what?
Oh, the new one
The
coming out?
Trainwreck was trash.
Oh,
She
really?
has a new one coming out.
Oh,
She
yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah. I know
Oh,
what
with
you're
like
talking about.
mother-in-law, something
She
mother.
goes somewhere.
She's with
I
her
don't-
mom.
I
It's like a
don't know,
mother-in-law type movie, like a
Yep.
buddy comedy with her
mother-in-law
mom.
It
And
was like Australia, no?
I don't. Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere.
I don't know.
You ever see Meet the Fockers?
That was a good movie.
I feel like that one movie let me as a child say fuck.
Yeah. I could just
Without
get away
getting
with
Yeah, it was like the one time I could do that.
If we're gonna bring this back into time travel though,
Oh wow, crazy!
if you could go back in time and stop a movie from being made,
Oh,
which one
I
would
like
you?
the
What would you do?
combination.
I would stop Dragon Ball Evolution from being made.
Really? Why?
That movie was trash.
Yeah,
The trashest of all movies to be created. Didn't stick to the source material. Actors were miscast.
But they
Plot
had
went
different voices?
nowhere. No, it's just. What do you mean? Like,
What
Like,
could have
was,
they
was
done?
Goku?
no. I mean, you never
Just the
saw the
voice.
live adaptation
No.
of it. Don't.
Could-
Because don't save your money
How could they have made it better?
by not making it.
Really?
By
Just a
Dylan
gen-
going back.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah. So our producer /
Oh
executive
no!
producer
What is this?
Oh, I know what you're
just
talking
pulled up
about.
a picture of Piccolo from that movie.
That's
and-
not how Piccolo looks.
Wow. He looks
They
crazy.
really stuck to the script there.
They really
I know what
didn't.
you're talking about now.
He's not even like those aren't even the colors he wears on
yeah.
the show.
It's insane.
Ew,
that
that
Another-
looks awful.
What's that year?
It's just the production quality of a
Oh.
potato.
Jeez
into a movie.
Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
know
you
what you're
take
talking
if you
about
take two raccoons and you put them in a trash can and you hear them fight, that's the
Throw some
Dragon
film
Ball.
in there.
That's a Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
Throw some film in there.
Yeah, it's just a miserable time.
Is there anything at all that would make that movie good?
Not like I said. Not being made.
We gotta
But
be
that
constructive.
That would save it. That would save it.
Yeah. I don't know if I could go to the future.
Okay, how would
and
you remake it?
No. If I were to go to the future
Okay.
and see a future movie, I think I'd want to see.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you could see a sequel to something that you really liked,
Also, it has to be a sequel.
Or
of course,
just like
if
a,
you're going to the future. Like,
Okay.
if what's a movie you really liked and you'd like to see a sequel for?
How about like Pulp Fiction?
I'd want to see another Forrest Gump.
Really?
I kinda
Forrest
wanna
Gump
see what he's
2?
up to.
What's the premise about? Like
He goes back to the army.
it goes
Oh,
back.
he's a little old though, don't you think?
Yeah, but he's cool.
He's a
Man,
chill
he's got a
guy.
whole bunch of problems that he's got to deal with still.
Yeah,
though.
and the sergeant on the wheelchair comes back,
That's my boy.
but now he could actually walk.
Oh, he's got the legs because
Yeah,
it's future.
it's the future.
Oh man.
They give him some animatronic cyborg fucking parts, and now he becomes evil because the cyborg programming inside of him warped his mind, and
warped it.
Forrest Gump has to fight him.
like a Terminator-esque
It becomes-
situation.
So it's like a crossover. Like
It's
is
definitely a crossover.
Terminator Gump.
Yeah,
Terminator Grump
yeah. And Bubba comes from the grave. He comes back
as a zombie.
as a zombie Bubba.
Because of the future. We're able to
Mhm.
reanimate him.
Maybe.
They reanimate him, and he's kind of chill.
He's alright.
He's not bad.
He's
not
not
like-
a bad guy.
I mean, like he's a zombie, but he's cool.
Like you ask him for advice because he's pretty wise.
Well,
yeah, he's got a lot of years.
Exactly. Like, he'll be fine.
Does he retain ownership of like the shrimp?
Of course.
Ooh,
he's
well,
got-
that's a problem because
That's another one of
Forrest Gump owns that.
Yeah,
And now that
see.
Bubba's back, he's like, oh shit. Like I
Like,
made it for
damn.
him. Do I include him in this business?
Forrest Gump's like thinking about his
He's like,
profits.
sorry, Bubba. I'm not giving you shrimp ownership.
Nice.
Damn, that's a high quality line.
Exactly. That's one of the scenes from the movie. They have to have a serious talk. But if we're gonna start going into plots,
And
I think
stories.
if we're starting our stories, this is a good segue into
To start our own story.
starting our own story and bringing in Time Machine.
Into it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let's
be
hear
telling you about these guys, two dudes,
What are their names?
Rick Adams
And
and Montgomery Wilson.
yep.
They're these two guys, and
What's the setting? Where are they at?
they're in like Harlem.
Okay.
Okay. Harlem, New
They're
York.
trying to set up a business, and the problem is they don't have money.
Oh, how are they gonna get it?
Always
They
a
need to
problem.
time travel.
Oh, really?
Of course.
They need
Dun,
to
dun.
time travel back to the past.
Time traveling. in
Sell something.
Harlem.
Their idea was, all right, we got Bic lighters, and we're gonna bring it back to the past and sell it to people and say you could bring flames on the go.
Okay.
They're gonna fund their startup tea business in Harlem with that money.
So they want a tea shop in
Yeah,
Harlem.
Tea, but it's got some weed in it.
Oh.
So it's kind of an illegal tea business, but it's Harlem.
But
Like
it's
nobody's
Harlem.
really checking in.
There's no cops.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
There's no cops in Harlem.
And they're
apparently.
like white. They're white dudes.
Oh,
like
alright,
with those
so-
names, what was it? Montgomery Wilson
Yeah.
and
Rick
Rick
Adams.
Adams.
Rick Adams.
Our favorite.
Yeah. So
Can't forget those dudes.
so they decide in order to fund their project, they need to go back in time.
Okay.
So
But that seems like the like. There's a solution to getting money, and that
Mhm.
might be the hardest solution to get it.
yeah,
So
but
how do they do it?
anything's possible.
With
So
Montgomery Wilson on the team.
what they do is one day they're just kind of walking by, a little down on their luck. You know, they haven't all of their investments failed on them. No
Mhm.
investors.
Yeah, the investors backed out.
Right.
Yeah,
so
they didn't like the legal.
So they're
business.
sitting. They're just in an alleyway, hanging out. They're like, "Oh fuck, man! Like, Montgomery, what are we gonna do, man? Like, we don't got money. Like, what we? I don't know, Rick." So they're out. They're down on their luck. Well, all of a sudden they hear a voice.
And here comes the voice. Hello, guys. Down on your luck, are you?
It's the witch of times past.
It's the Witch of Harlem.
The witch of Harlem, played by Kate Beckinsale, the most beautiful and darling of all of Hollywood's creatures.
So the witch comes up to them and asks, "Do you need money?
Yes, witch.
I have a solution for your money problems."
What is it,
Immediately, Montgomery gets a hard on. Just a real fat.
Oh, Witch, what is it?
real fat hard one, and he's just like, this is great. We're gonna make some money.
There's only one thing you need to do. You need to go back in time and sell these big lighters.
Oh. And they're just like, we don't. You are hot because you are Kate Beckinsale, and we're gonna believe you because we have no cash. So
Yeah, we're gonna do everything.
they're
you
all
say.
about it.
So they do it.
Yeah, Witch brews up some fucking time traveling potion,
Yeah.
hands
In
it
that
to
back
them.
alley.
They mix it with their gin and tonic.
Of course.
Because they're hip.
They always got the gin and tonic.
Right. So now they're traveling. They just pass out. They wake up, and what year is it?
1706.
Wow.
Wow, that is.
That's a tough year to be in.
All right,
because-
1806.
all right,
Alright,
there we go. Because 1706, like we might have to.
America,
On our next episode, we're gonna pull up some facts on what actually happened in the
The-
year 1706. Because I don't think anything. That must have
Yeah,
been a
somebody
dry.
Exactly. That's
Somebody
why,
write that down.
That's a dry year.
that's why the
1706.
big lighters would be such a crazy invention.
I
They never seen
Lord,
such a
we
thing.
gotta look up the accomplishments of the year 1706 because I think everybody was just kind of sitting down that year and just like,
Just be
Alright.
like, all right, we'll be all right.
we'll wait
Okay,
till
so-
1776 to
So
do
they're in
something cool.
1806. What happens next, Dylan?
So they're there.
They're in the streets of London. They got brought back
Mm-hmm.
to London.
Montgomery Wilson fitting in perfectly.
Fits in perfectly with that name, and they're like, all right, well, we gotta sell these shits and we gotta make some money and we gotta get back to the future, right? So they're doing what every pester does, like every peddler or whatever that name is. So they're going around. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to buy these? They're trying to do their the best they can with their
Lemonade
British accents.
stand
The sales pitch.
Yeah, would you buy these
sales
Bics?
pitch.
Would you buy these Bics? And the store owners are like, you guys gotta leave.
This is my store.
We-
Stop
we
selling
don't,
things
We don't
in
need
it.
anything free. But then
Oh.
they take out that Bic, just give it a nice little, that flame comes up. Everybody's just like, oh,
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no, baby.
damn. Is that fire?
fire,
Fire
is
is that easy access fire?
me, Rick, fire.
Oh, nice.
So
They
they're
just
cave-
revert back
they-
to like
they go
they're
so
pre-
stupid that they get
they're just
They've
so
never-
astounded that they just lose all
They've
form
never
of
seen
grammar
fire
and etiquette,
before.
and they just start losing it.
their brain time travels.
So now just picture this. Picture 5 or 6 English ladies and gentlemen with some Bic lighters
Mm-hmm.
flaming each other. Just putting it next to their
Oh
dresses.
no!
You know, they're going up to their rivals like, "Sir, I have one for you, sir. Take this." And they just like
Oh,
just
they
catch
duel each
on-
other with the
They
Bic
duel each
lighters.
other with the
Okay.
fire.
yeah, they're just flicking each other with these Bic lighters and just getting burned. It's just annoying. And it's a problem.
Yeah,
The
clearly.
police are just they can't have
The
this.
fire police come.
Yeah,
to
they
town.
can't have a bunch of hooligans running the
Dueling each other with
streets and
fire.
just easy. That's what. And then here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's time travel, things are sensitive in the past. You know,
Okay.
you can't just travel back in time.
With
Of
no
course,
consequences.
The
you know,
witch.
there's
The witch
always
will.
a,
The
The
witch
witch
told
the witch
them.
had a nefarious plan here.
Exactly. She knew.
Because
there's always a twist.
guess
with,
what?
With the witch.
You know what happened with these Bic lighters?
What happened?
It caused the Great London Fire.
Oh,
no.
no.
Of 1806.
Don't give a date if you don't know the date. Please.
Yeah, that's London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down.
Oh,
You see,
yeah.
that's where that song came from.
It was because of the Bic lighters.
Absolutely.
And the witch knew.
And what happened of old Montgomery and Rick Adams, you say?
They caught on
Tell us,
fire.
Tell us.
They
Well, at least one of them did.
They stayed and opened up a barber shop.
Yeah, it's very strange.
They were like,
actually.
Harlem's not our place. Like, this is
The tea
where we
shop's
belong.
stupid.
We need to stay here. Plus, they had no contact to
Yeah,
the
they had
witch.
no way
They
of
had
going
no
back.
way.
They-
It was a one-way trip from the start. They
Yeah,
had they had no idea how to contact that witch. Like,
She wouldn't want. She said you can go there, but she never said
they didn't know
anything
what they
about coming
were,
back.
Truthfully, they had no idea what they were getting into.
The only way to come back is to
So-
go through
So
time.
now they start up their barbershop and start giving hand jobs in the back.
Of course, of course.
to all the noblemen of London,
And
Victorian
that's the
era,
story of Montgomery Wilson and Rick Adams
And the witch.
and the witch.
and the time traveling adventure.
That story is gonna be a hit one day.
Yeah, that's gonna be a movie.
We're gonna make that into a book.
No, probably not.
You
though.
know, we're gonna have to animate that.
probably.
If we got any animators out there, animate that.
Yeah, do it
Because
for
we would
us.
love to see that.
I'm dying to see somebody's interpretation
Down the
of,
line, I think down the line we'll get into some more creative stuff like that.
of what the
Of
witch is gonna
displaying,
be.
maybe some drawings. We'll put up some drawings,
Okay.
hand drawn pictures
Like
going on like a
poorly
storyboard.
drawn.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a comic situation.
but that's it.
That's our
That's
20
our story.
minute.
Thank you for
slash
joining us
not
here
20
on
minute.
our little storytelling adventure. I hope you
After
enjoyed that.
podcast.
all of the people actually listening to this
Yeah, all
donated
of our followers.
something to us
Yeah,
for
you
it.
guys are awesome.
So you're all cool as hell for that. God
Yeah.
bless you.
And we'll be bringing you more content, and we'll see you next week on Love.
Amigos.
Amigos.
Oh no.
Oh.